The international break is here. It's killing us. It's got a stranglehold on this league, but that doesn't stop the videos, the lives coming here. So let's talk about it. You the title of this video. It's a simple question about Aberdeen Football Club. Can they win the league? All right, because there is no news. You know, we've looked, we've looked far and wide. I mean, Scotland obviously play Croatia tomorrow, which will be talked about, will be watched, all that good stuff. But as for the right here, right now, we've got to answer this. So get the questions in, everybody. We're going to talk about Aberdeen Football Club and a serious question that needs to be answered. Can they? Can they? Can they win the league? We'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. So, yeah, we're going to answer it. Jimmy Thielen, you know, the rumours coming in. Why are you looking at an extra of them? Yeah, that's where I made all my money. Can't rap like Eminem. Can't rap. Islamic State. That's a pretty funny name there, big man. But do you think Aberdeen can win the league? We're going to put it up for a poll, is what we're going to do, everybody. It's cold tonight, though. Freezing tonight. Everybody. It's no good. No, you don't think Aberdeen will win the league. That was a simple enough answer there for Islamic State. But Jimmy Thielen, does he believe that Aberdeen can win the league? Does anyone at Aberdeen Football Club believe they can win the league? I'm not too sure, but we're going to put that up for a poll. Can Aberdeen win the league? Aberdeen only had a chance to win the league in 2016 and they fucked it. Yeah, I mean, that was probably a good year for Aberdeen to do it. When Celtic, you know, Roy Dealey, all that stuff. But yeah, questions have got to be asked, everybody. They're there. If Aberdeen win on Saturday, not tomorrow, 8 days from now, the 19th of October, Aberdeen, right? Maybe not this season, but second. You say maybe not this season, right? I think if Aberdeen are to win the league, it will be this season. I mean, Aberdeen are not going to start this season or next season like they started this season. You know, right now, if I'm talking about can Aberdeen win the league, then of course the conversation, can they finish second, has got to be up there. But yeah, we'll talk about it. Even if they beat Celtic, I don't think it matters. They won't have enough to keep it going. Yeah, I agree, but I think if they beat Celtic, you know, some doubts will creep in, and maybe, I mean, if you go to Parkhead, right, and win, that's all you need to do to win it. Well, it's not all you need to do to win a league title, but it's like if you can go to Parkhead and win, then you can go to anywhere and win. It's that simple. That could be the thing that gives those players confidence. But again, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Celtic scud at Aberdeen. And at the same time, if Celtic do beat Aberdeen, that's no reason for Aberdeen to fold. You know, their arse to collapse, because end of the day, still a fantastic start to the season, even if they got beat. Honestly, I can't see a team outside the Old Firm ever winning the league. Well, it's been, what, 40 years? 40 years, like, you know, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm not saying once the bubble burst, agreed, but, you know, like, you have to be actually, like, remember Aberdeen or Dundee United, right, winning the league, which, you know, as you say, 85, so almost 40 years ago this season. I mean, you would have to be 50 in your 50s to even remember it. I'm not saying, I mean, if you're 48, I'm not saying you can't necessarily not remember it, but you have to be a decent age to remember a team outside. And that's pretty insane, I think. I mean, I would welcome more teams winning the league, because if Rangers aren't going to win the league, I'd rather it be someone else other than Celtic to win the league. And I'm sure when you flip that coin, people think the same way. But Aberdeen, Jimmy Thielen, everybody. Hearts nearly won it in 86, Love Street, Shite Street. They had a good chance in 05. I know, what was that all about? Boxing match, Clement versus Rogers, who wins? Now, that is a conversation I'm willing to have, because that might be the only match that Clement might win against Rogers. Clement would kill Brendan Rodgers, man. Rogers is a diddy, man. Clement is like, he's ice cold, you know. He does waffle a bit, but if you think Brendan Rodgers would beat Clement in a boxing match, I don't know what to tell you. I get, oh, you back my man. No, Brendan. Yeah, Brendan's like 5'6". There's people that's 5'6" that would batter Philip Clement. Brendan Rodgers ain't one of them. You know what I mean? Clement would annihilate him, man. It would be all over. It wouldn't even be a match. It would be an annihilation. It would be like Dortmund against Celtic. You know what I mean? It would be an absolute. What that'd be. It'd be fantastic to watch, just like that game. Terminator versus Predator. I get what you're going for, but the Predator against Terminator would hold up his own. I don't see Brendan Rodgers holding up his own against the Terminator. You know what I mean? Predator's got all that invisible shit. That would actually be a really good fight, Terminator versus Predator. Yeah. Celtic have always had midget managers: Strachan, Lennon, Brendan. Yeah, I mean Ange was pretty big, wasn't he? Ange is pretty wide. Like I don't know if is Ange tall? I think Ange is over 6 foot. I'd say he's over 6 foot. But yeah, Brendan Rodgers, definitely a diddy man. No two ways about it. Big arse maybe, yeah, big arse for Ange, but Graham Souness was burying Ange Postecoglou. Ange just pad it. See, I mean, if it was Ange against Clement, it'd be a lot closer, but Clement's slim, you know what I mean? Good centre of gravity. Ange could probably take it. Ange would probably absorb a couple of the body blows, but he could deliver a few good right hooks of his own. But I think Clement would win. But for Rodgers, man, his arse would collapse. I mean, how could you miss his nose if you're swinging for him? His nose, man, it might deflate Clement's gloves, but then that gives him a better chance of knocking him clean it. So, yeah, but 13 votes, tickly fucking cough, man. 13 votes Aberdeen, 69% voting no, 31% voting yes. That's what we like to see here on how shite's international breaks. Forget about Aberdeen winning the league. I think everyone can. This is tragic. I mean, what games are even on the night? We're taking on Croatia tomorrow. As I said, will be a match preview at some capacity. Let's see here. BBC Sport. Wales throw away 2-goal lead. Who cares about that? Wales. Any Old Firm, any Scottish league players doing anything today? Tondo and Tom Lawrence will be nowhere near that squad. Yeah, they're really in. I mean, Hearts, they want Per Mateus Hugmo. He was recently in charge of Urawa Red Diamonds, but the 64-year-old who looks like an older version of Stephen Naismith, I've seen some people put it. Connor Barron stood out for the under-21s tonight. So he didn't know the under-21s were playing. He should be in the full squad, man. You know what I mean? Like, some people, I don't want him in the full squad in case he gets injured, but he can get injured in the under-21s as well. So I'd rather him in the full squad. Was Scotland getting any points in these games? I mean, away to Croatia, home to Portugal. I mean, Croatia aren't anything special. They're not. But we are in the worst form of our. I mean, that's like the worst form we've ever had. Honestly, you will not struggle to find a worse period for us. I mean, we've won one game in like the last 18, and it was against Gibraltar. It's unacceptable. I mean, how can Steve Clarke even still be in a job? I mean, it's pish, man. I don't even get it. But yeah, right. So obviously, don't know who Hearts are going to move to next. But Hogmo, he led Rosenborg and Hacken to league titles. He's out of work after he left Red Diamonds in August. I mean, what are Hearts going to do? Yeah. But see, it feels like Hearts are just trying to replicate what Aberdeen have done. And if they could do that for the rest of the season, maybe they'd be onto something there. But whatever results is it? Czech Republic are beating Albania 2-0. So no goals or assists for Tierney actually started though. And Bajrami. So Bajrami actually starts on the left for Albania. I watched that video of you playing Croatia on FIFA and you were absolutely pish. I play in ultimate difficulty though. I got cojones. But yeah, I was pish. I was unlucky though. Croatia were jammy, man. Luka Modric stuck a free kick in. Absolute joke. But yeah, I mean, Bajrami, he gets subbed off in the 88th minute. As for Tierney, he gets subbed off in the 69th minute. Not much else really to report in that. I mean, Czech Republic won 2-0. Can't really say I'm that shocked about that. Slovakia, 2-each against Sweden. Time will care about that. Ukraine's beaten Georgia. Germany's beaten Bosnia. Who have we? Don't even know how many other players we've actually got on international break here. I'm having a wee quick scan through. SmackDown going to suck tonight. Why SmackDown? Is The Rock not going to be in SmackDown tonight, Stephen? What about is Dwayne The Rock Johnson not going to be there? Why is it going to suck? Let me know. Check out Fog Wrestling for all your shitey wrestling content. I'll be there with that. But why is it going to suck, man? Right, I need to take a wee look over to Twitter because there's nothing happening. International breaks are shite, man. 3 international breaks in like 2 months. They need to reel it in. I see that it's actually all these jobbers think Roman Reigns is one of the goats. Tell me about it. I mean, I don't mind Roman Reigns, right? But see this Mount Rushmore talk. He couldn't lace Billy Kidman's boots. If you know Billy Kidman hit the like button, I wouldn't be surprised if the free likes disappeared. Abolish the Nations League. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Well, I would actually. Yeah, I would. I would do that. Red alert. Rangers on wrong end of dread at double red. Error says SFA. Yeah, I seen that with the Dessers penalty against St Johnstone. I thought that was a penalty, so I'm not really shocked by that. John Cena's the last big wrestling star. Yeah, if we're talking megastar, John Cena's definitely the last big wrestling star. I'll have to agree with that. I don't think anyone comes close. You can tell. Guy carried the company on his back for like 15 years, and he's in big movies. People throw out like CM Punk, but CM Punk's a star, but he's not a megastar. Right, fella, I hope you're well. Aberdeen to win the league gave me a right chuckle. Would you not rather Aberdeen win the league than Celtic? Would a Hibs fan rather Aberdeen win the league than Celtic? CM Punk is a woke jobber. I can kind of agree with that. I do like CM Punk, but he is a woke jobber. You know what I mean? But a lot of people. I know you've got history with Aberdeen, and let's see here. Hybro, brilliant. I remember watching was it the Danny Dyer series, and he was talking a lot about Hibs and Aberdeen, but it's like 20 years ago, so. But yeah, a lot of history there. Anyway, right. EDL loyal, wee fud. Who's that, KB? Who you getting stuck into there? They nearly killed. Yeah, that was it. Aye, that was it. Yeah, how long? That's about 20 years ago. No, see watching that Danny. I remember watching that Danny Dyer. That Danny Dyer documentary, and he's talking about Dundee, right? And how he's like, oh look, there's 2 stadiums are that close, but get this, they've both got the same firm. What? Dundee United and Dundee have both got the same firm. Hey, if you at Fog Football start winning with Aberdeen, I'd be more impressed. We've got 2 more episodes scheduled. Dundee, yeah. So yeah, but that's mental to me. That whole thing about Dundee, that was an eye opener. So basically, the general consensus here is fuck Aberdeen from Hibs. Do you watch ICW? No. I mean, I'm aware of ICW. I've seen all the Joe Hendry stuff. I've seen Grado. All the stuff that matters, really, from ICW, but I don't currently watch it now. Dundee are a pointless club. They need to merge with Dundee United. It'd be kind of funny if that happened. Who will be sacked first, Gray or Ten Hag? Ten Hag. Man United's got a bunch of tough games coming up. They've got West. Actually, I tell how's Ten Hag no sacked, man. You know, we can talk about Davy Gray all we want, right? But that's Hibs. We're talking about Manchester United. How has Eric Ten Hag not been sacked yet? I actually want to kind of get up Manchester United's they're like 14th in the league. It is by far and away. Yeah, they are 14th in the league. It is by far and away their worst start to. I mean, they've scored 5 goals in 8 games. 5 goals in 8 games. Always watch these Tossers channel for a right laugh. Absolutely clueless bias Klein. What's that? The machine. Like, because we don't agree with everything you've got to say, so that makes you a biased Klein. Everybody who's in this fucking chat knows that Fog Football speaks a lot of sense. Just because you can't hack it that we go against your team. I don't even know what fucking Diddy team you support, mate. Where is it? East Stirling? Probably Celtic. You'll probably get it right up me in a minute. But anyway, Ten Hag will be sacked within the next month. Probably. They haven't scored in 3 Prem games. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't even know why we're going through Manchester United. They're home to Brentford, away to Fenerbahce, and then away to West Ham, home to Leicester in the Cup, home to Chelsea, home to Pack, home to Leicester, away to Ipswich. I mean, they've got an easy enough run after they get. Go on, Steve. Yeah, brilliant. The machine doesn't agree. He's not a closet Hun. Come on. He hates he hates Rangers. I can guarantee that. Rage Against the Machine. Decent band, decent tune. I felt bad for Ten Hag at the start because the squad were pish, but he should be top 4 with that squad now. I don't rate the United squad, I'll be honest. You know, they thought they'd get rid of McTominay and everything will be great. Their arse quickly folded. McTominay's a good player. I mean, he was just not being correctly utilised at United. The most unbiased podcast on YouTube. This, you're spot on, pal. Forget the jealous haters. See, once I read their comment and I give my wee response, they're forgotten about it. Look at your comments on your videos, mate. No, I know it's not just you, but as I just said, I've forgotten about them because they aren't worth the reek of shite. Will Scotland pick up any points? I'm going to go no. Yeah, no, what's he doing? The Indian flag there, Paul. No, I don't think we will. You know, I don't think we pick up any against Croatia. I mean, we could against Portugal. I mean, if you replicate the Portugal performance that we did away, then by all means at Hampden, maybe you could get a draw, get a win. But for the most part, I don't think that's going to happen. And I just don't. We'll lose both games probably. And then what? You know what I mean? I hope they get pumped. The biggest question is, will Sevco get second? Well, I mean, I think we can agree that there's more chance of Aberdeen getting second than winning the league. You know, but you know, like I said about 15 minutes ago, we're 10 minutes in. If I'm making a discussion point about can they win the league, then of course they can finish second. You know, I mean, fucking, it's only common sense. To look, any one of those Rangers, we're winning games, but we're playing putrid football, man, and it just feels like honestly, it just feels inevitable for Clement's sacked, and I think that might be a good thing. Come the end of the season, Celtic will be well and clear second, but a long way behind Celtic. I'll have to wait and see, won't we? Could be. The St Johnstone game was absolutely awful. It's fucking dire. There's nothing really to say. You know, it's just sort of if we beat St Johnstone 2-0, right, and it keeps you at the top of the table, fair enough. See when we are 5 points behind, it's like I need performances that can actually get me a bit of hope. Do you remember the days before Celtic became Pacific Shelf? I don't actually, because I wasn't born. Not all. I don't mind folk like. Right, hold on, machine. Right, let's just get this one thing straight. You're talking about the energy that I show when Celtic get beaten when Rangers get beat. Of course, it's going to be different. I mean, who's expecting me, a Rangers fan, to act the exact same when Rangers and Celtic get beat? I mean, I mean that's wired to the moon. That, you know what I mean? No, you, the other weak line. Well, hold on here, right? Then you need to need to specifically address who it is. Then not me, the one that hates Rangers. He does, man. Yo, I guarantee you, right? You know why I might be show a bit more biased towards Rangers, because Celtic are dominating. But I mean, what, Celtic get beat 7-1 by Dortmund, and I was I was very reluctant. I made a wee stream about Chris Sutton's comments on it, but I held back because I knew the Leon game was coming. I was like, you know what, this is probably going to, obviously 4-1's better than 7-1, but once you get into an argument about what's better between 7-1 and 4-1, I think you've lost. You know what I mean? End of the day, 7-1 will be remembered for years to come. 4-1, that's already forgotten about. Like the 7-1 game against Liverpool, that's going to haunt us, you know, in that Champions League campaign. And the 7-1, CJ Novo, more level headed. CJ Novo. 3-0 Kelly. Neil Lennon is a good guy. Dortmund are a million miles ahead of any Scottish team. Dortmund are a good team. But I think a lot of, I think Brendan Rodgers, man, he's been backed. And see, after 15 minutes, when it was about 2-1, or was it 3-1 after 15? I can't even remember. You know, Brendan Rodgers, he should have he should have reeled it in. He could have easily have got the job done. You know, I said the job done. He could have took the brakes off and been right, let's try and get into this game. Like when Rangers beat them 4-2 in Dortmund, it wasn't end-to-end stuff. Like Rangers did have a lot of chances as well, but you can't play that gun-ho style, man. You know, I mean, obviously Haaland was injured for the game, but they still had Royce, they still had Bellingham. It's funny how people are making out that the Dortmund team that Rangers played was fucking shite. You know what I mean? It wasn't. You know, but great. The Celtic friendly. Brendan Rodgers was laughable after that friendly against Sligo. He was trying to put Sligo, they're a good team, you know, all the passing moot. Brendan, Sligo Rovers are pish. Yes, 3-4 years ago they may have beat Motherwell, but what does that really, what's that do, right? In the grand scheme of things, that does nothing. Hoping to me in Madrid for the real, well, that's good. Hoping to be. That's a good game. Yeah, you can't play attacking football away from home all the time. Absolutely not. You get found out, especially like if Celtic played that way at Parkhead against Dortmund, it might have worked because you know you've got a lot more. You're at home. Dortmund won't be as likely to play, you know, as attacking because they're not at home and things like that. But I mean, it's on Rodgers now. A lot of pressure is going to be on Rodgers. Everyone knows the articles that started this season for Sutton. You know, oh, we've conquered Scottish football. We need to go into the Champions League. Well, you know, they beat Bratislava. It was a great win. Beat Bratislava, right? But got found out against Dortmund. They haven't learned anything in like the last couple of seasons under Andrew Rodgers. What's it going to be against Atlanta? I think it'll be another scudding. It's not going to be as bad as it's not going to be 7-1. Don't get me wrong. I'd be shocked if it was like 6-0. I think Atlanta will probably beat them about 3-4. Right. Celtic play the reserve and he's on about Rodgers' ball is burst and it looks like Celtic aren't as strong as they were. Come on, that's stirring the pot. Brendan Rodgers' record in Europe is awful. Neil Lennon. You actually think Celtic will fall apart? No, I don't think Celtic will fall apart. But what I said was after that Dortmund game, if there's like they weren't good against Ross County, 2 lucky goals, but that was to be expected. See, when a team gets beat 7-1, you would have to be made out of fucking steel to come out after getting scudded 7-1 and perform to your peak levels. What Rangers will do is take Celtic's trophy count. We'll win the League Cup. Don't worry about that. No, you can say Celtic players never turned up. It wasn't it is the tactics was gun ho. Anyone, you watching that game against Dort, it was like, yeah, players didn't turn up because you know what? Even with those tactics, your players turn up. I mean, a lot of players gave away the ball, right? But if you sit deeper against Dortmund, they don't lose 7-1. The game was 5-1 at half time. It was shocking. Tactics were found out. Biggest issue for Celtic is without Carter Vickers at the back. See, I still think with Carter Vickers it would have been a cricket score. I think Scales has been better than Carter Vickers this season, but no one wants to address the man for County Cork. Everyone wants to pretend that Liam Scales has been great this season. But it's because he's no called like Maldini or something Italian. People are like, oh, he's shite. Brendan doesn't know the coach a team to be defensive. And I guess that's the problem when you're top in Scotland. No real need to be defensive. Yeah, I mean, our Rangers tactics are shite, but you know, Europa League run, the tactics with Gio were brilliant. They were fucking second to none. Yeah, they were awful at Liverpool, weren't they? But look at what you had at Liverpool, man, like Suarez and all, Coutinho. Suarez was broken under Brendan Rodgers. Would I take Rodgers over Clement at Rangers? I mean, I don't like Clement. It would just be I don't see. Would it be a sabotage for Rodgers? Is Rodgers a better manager than Clement? Is he? Is he, everyone? Well, you know what? We can talk about what one's done in Belgium and what the other one's done here. I care about here. So in my eyes, Brendan Rodgers, is he the better manager for Rangers? He probably would be because he knows how to win the league that fucking matters to me. I don't care about Club Brugge. I don't care about what else he's done. So for me, yeah, fuck it. I mean, that's what I'm going to base it on. It's all good talking about what Clement's done in Belgium and other countries, but what's he done here? I don't care what he's done in Club Brugge. You know, we've seen great players arse collapse when they come here, and other managers. Decent odds on a punt for Aberdeen second. I don't know what the odds would be. It's a shame Gerrard never won the league. Gerrard did cost in the Premier League title. That's kind of funny, isn't it? Oh. But he didn't cost Rangers their title, did he, everybody? Oh. Seen Rangers playing 2 Europe. Yeah, exactly. 2008, 22. No bad. Will we see any more? The Conference League final, maybe? Punt and run is a tactic. Yeah, but it is a tactic. I'll accept that. But when it's a tactic you're using at home against St Johnstone, I just don't really dig that. You're like, oh, kicking about, absolutely. Right, everybody. What else have we got? We're 28 minutes in. It's 9 o'clock. Rangers haven't had any leaders since Davis and McGregor retired. Yep. It's rudderless. Rudderless is the way I would describe it. If Rodgers stayed, would Gerrard got more wins over Rodgers? I think he would have. Absolutely think he would have. I got fined £1,000 for celebrating a goal at Easter Road. How did that happen? What free signs would you make in January? Jordan Henderson on loan, everybody. I made that last. I mean, I don't know why people are laughing at Jordan Henderson today. That's a realistic signing because it would sum Rangers up. Ex-Premier League, over the hill, overpriced, overwaged. Jobber. Scaldini, the best defender in the league. Yeah, I think Scales is the best defender in the league right now. I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting that. Can't wait for Dowdaway on Netflix UK next year. Aye, start. Henderson sign would be like Clint. It wouldn't be as bad as Clint Hill, but to me, does Jordan Henderson walk into that Rangers midfield right now? Yeah, I think he would. But again, doesn't automatically mean it's going to be the greatest signing of all time. Went on the pitch when Boyle equalised versus Hearts 2 years ago, got left it taken to court. Fined £1,000? Really? Did you try and run? What happened? Did you get tackled? That's mental. Will Ange be sacked this season? Probably. Scales made more saves than the Ross County or Casper put together. Best goalkeeper also. He did. He did. Right. Desperation. I agree. I mean, I would much rather sign Lennon Miller. I'd much rather give Bailey Rice the opportunity. Nah, mate, no point. I went back to my seat. 3/4 came to lift me, marched me past the heart. That must have been a shite one. What happens when you go to court for that? It's just what do they say? Oh, you ran onto the pitch during the Embra Derby and we want £1,000. Mental. What's more likely, Stevie? Aberdeen to finish second or Hearts to come in 12th? Pretty much that. It's kind of funny. I'd actually say Aberdeen in second because I think for Hearts to finish 12th, it would take a miracle. I do. They've got too good of a team. What I've seen so far from Aberdeen, I think they can sustain a title challenge for the next few months. So if they can do that, they can finish second. As for Hearts, look at the competition above them, man. If Hearts finish 12th, every player in that team deserves to get their contracts ripped up and never to play football again. Would Shankland leave if they went into the Championship? Of course he would. Worth every penny, though. It's £1,000, though. That's mental. Soul destroying, to say the least. Right, everybody, that's where we're going to end this stream. Who won the vote? Aberdeen, 26% of the vote. No, 74%. So, yeah, most people think Aberdeen can't win the league. Will they, though? We'll be back very soon. October 19th. What a game it will be. Still can't believe Rangers never signed Shankland. I think it's gone now. I mean, I would still sign Shankland. I don't think the start to the season means the guy's shite. I mean, is every player in the Hearts team suddenly shite? No, it's just an awful start to the season. You know what I mean? Of course, I'd still sign him, especially for free. Anyway, till next time. Peace.